Okay. So in this video, we'll look at how do we improve our load and response time. So if you are new to this channel, uh, we have already previously covered data replications and the basic tiers, web tier. Okay. So you can check out the other videos. So if you are like just casually working around looking at some videos, this might be helpful, but if you are working professional or if you want more clarity, then you have to like look other videos as well. So this is I'm just learning whatever I'm learning, I just shared here. So okay, let's start with the how do we improve our load and response time. So previously if you look at our architecture, so it's like over the internet, whatever the request is coming, the backend services are read, and then this backend service directly communicate with the database. So now the question is, do we really need every database read write calls? Like it will very expensive for the same kind of information, the information that doesn't change very frequently for the millisecond or every second. So that's very un like not necessarily right. So in this case, we have a cache. So this is fit between the server and your database. So all of those frequently used information, thus it will cached in the that cached memory. So whenever the server requests whenever the user requests something, the server asks the cache first. If it isn't present in the cache, then it return from the cache itself. If it's not present, then it will ask to the backend. Uh, Okay, so I got a call, that's why. Okay, let's continue. So, so whenever some requests are coming to the server, it will first redirect those requests in the cache memory. If it is already present in the cache, it will just give it from the cache. If not, then cache request from the DB, and DB gives back to the cache. But there is something called TTL, time to live. So this defines like long duration the data will be present or inside the cache, or will got expire from the cache. Okay, so this is some basic check for now. So caching, there are multiple strategies. So we are talking about the read through caches where we just read from the cache. Okay, we are not writing or anything. So there is other kind of cache present. It depends on the size and the data type and your access pattern. So we'll not go into that point. So while deciding the cache, we have some like points, like when we should use the cache because it's cost you something on your server or on your architecture. So like if it is necessary, then only use it, otherwise not. And there is an expiration policy, and the consistency is how data is consistent between your DB and the cache. That means your accurate data, whatever present in the DB, it is also updated with the cache. So that was, and single point of failure, like this can be also scalable. Like if we have only one case, then this might be a failure. Like if the server the cache got some error or uh, crash, that means we have to our request gonna directly redirect to the DB. So there is you can add multiple caches, and there is some eviction policy. How we know that our cache is updated, or like if cache, the cache have some memory, right? Let's suppose taking us 100 MB, the cache size is. So like if it's full, then how do we ensure that the new data will get inserted in the cache? So we can like the general simplest is the that called least recently used data, LRU, that we can say. So we just have to check on this, and let me search for it. So yeah, caching algorithm that tracks uses over time. When the cache reaches maximum capacity, Meenakshi's longest yeah, that's basically okay. Now coming to the CDNs, this is another one. This is where we stored our static files. There is a CDN for the dynamic content, but we generally here talk about right now we are talking about the static content. So static content is what like HTML files, CSS or JavaScript files, or your uh, images, videos. So those are requested if client requests something. Those are getting from the CDN. So CDNs are the distributed networks over your geographical area. So whenever it will like your nearest server, it will distribute it across the region. So if some user requests the data from US, then they have requested that those data from their nearest server, not the India server. So there is some latency comes into picture then. So the rest of the architecture is same here. For the static content, instead of we are requesting to the server and then reading from the database or cache, we just rely on the CDN. So yeah, that's all about CDN. And this CDN have also some updated policies like yeah. mm, and these are okay. So okay, we'll talk those stuff in the next stuff. Yeah. So that's all about today.